Okay, today we are playing a game on Dorado, we are playing Orisa the entire way through, and we are in the Diamond SR range. The email said Masters, but we have a Diamond icon, so I assume it's High Diamond, but I don't know, the SR wasn't at the start of the game. So our current team composition is Orisa, Reinhardt, McCree, Sombra, Mercy, and Anna. So, we have someone trying to play Sombra as a DPS, but we as an enlightened species know that Sombra is not really a DPS, so we effectively actually have 3 supports and 2 tanks, which is not fantastic. Our team doesn't exactly tear it up in the damage stakes, so I would expect to have some problems as a result of that. We have some problems as a result of that. So, let's start the game. So we're attacking on Dorado first, and as you can see, this is not a terribly long game. This replay isn't entirely on Dorado. We have a bonus round at the end as well, so you can be excited about that. So there's a Winston behind us right now, and he is trying to hop away. They have a Hanzo who has killed our McCree, but it's okay, because Mercy is in the game. Well, yank the soldier off the high ground, which is a good use of halt. We don't quite kill this Mercy here, which is unfortunate, because we definitely had the opportunity to do so, but we didn't actually execute it correctly, which is, of course, very sad, and aim better. So, now, it gets a bit uncomfortable, because there's a Mei here trying to hose us down. Fortunately, we have CC immunity, so she never actually manages to freeze us. And there's been a lot of stuff happening behind us. Their team has a Winston, and nobody on our team is particularly good at killing a Winston, because we have McCree and Sombra, who obviously, well, Sombra obviously gets wrecked by Winston. McCree doesn't really want to deal with it, so we're left with Reinhardt and Orisa. Reinhardt's not very good at killing Winston, so we're kind of the best person on our team at killing Winston, which is sad, because Orisa isn't great at it, but she's better than the rest of the options, so we should be taking a slightly more vested interest in this Winston, because we're gonna be the only ones that actually kills him, if anybody, and we don't really pay much mind to him. So, we use Fortify way too early during this, because Mei is making no attempt to freeze us yet, nor are we even getting shot at. So we use Fortify, but it ends up doing nothing, which is... And Fortify is a pretty unfortunate cooldown to use for no reason, because if you then need it in the next 8 seconds, well, you're shit out of luck as Orisa. So, things start going well there. Winston is alive again, so we should be, like, turning around to pay attention to that, because he's also, like, contesting the payload. We can let those assholes deal with that situation. Like, they can deal with that. We should be dealing with this. Now he's doing that, and he's run off in Primal Rage, so we elect to just kind of let it happen. I mean, we can't do much to stop Primal Rage, but, like, I'd rather we tried, rather than just kind of, like, leaving our teammate to die. We use Fortify a little early again, because we aren't actually being frozen by Mei yet when we use it, and we kind of want to, like, wait until we are about to get frozen, and then use it to break it off, so that we can, like, get as much... Basically, we'll waste as much of Mei's time as physically possible. So, now the dragon's coming at us. A lot of our team are dead at this point, and we end up not getting it. If you can believe it, we don't capture this checkpoint, despite how well that was going. Because now, of course, things have gotten infinitely harder, because we got through the hard part of the checkpoint, we got through the choke point at the bridge, but we then lost our momentum. So we now have to try and push through the choke point again, but now we don't have the payload to support us, which is quite unfortunate. So we have the bongo, which is, you know, it's definitely something. We don't quite yank Soldier off the high ground this time, and that's very unfortunate because we're kind of the only person who can really contest him on the high ground with halt as well. It's very unfortunate, isn't it? It's very unfortunate that that's the case, but that is the case. So we just plonk the bongo down right here, and we promptly get the blizzard thrown at us. We can walk ourselves, we don't actually walk ourselves out of it fully, which is unfortunate, but the rest of our team was going to get killed even if we did walk our way out of it, so unsurprisingly that doesn't go super well. Blizzard is a really strong ultimate when it actually, like, lands, you know? That's the qualifier, that Blizzard can often get chucked in very unfortunate locations. When it's just, like, in the middle of your team, yeah, you probably lose that fight, which is exactly what happened. We also used the bongo, which is unfortunate. I mean, you know, it's not the end of the world, because it's not like a fantastic ultimate or anything, but it is just, again, a resource that we now lack. So we are advancing into the enemy team right now, whilst we are, out-positioned, and and we're being out-positioned right now because they're out there. We do yank them off, so that's cool, but now we're also low HP, because we got hit in our big, juicy head hitbox. And we're slowly backing up into more of the enemy team. Yeah, our bubbles, our shield is there. It's not really a bubble, is it? Our shield's there, but the people that were on the other side of the shield are not actually that bothered by it, and we're just backing up into the rest of their team at low HP, and we end up getting killed. We kind of, like, need to actually deal with the people on the high ground before we can just start walking over there, because if we just leave them up on the high ground, we just get killed, don't we? Which is exactly what happened there. So, we can, again, yank them off, and we yank the Hanzo off, but he's playing Hanzo, so he can just get right back up again. We almost got him, but Winston dropped his bubble on us, so it ended up blocking the shots. Now Mercy's dead. Because Mercy's dead, our fight is not likely to go very well, and now the rest of our team is dead anyway, so at this point we should be backing out. Because this is we're gonna die, and this is a really bad time to die, because we only have 20 seconds left. So, now, we died as we were expected to, and fortunately Mercy is here to res us, because if she wasn't, well, we would just be missing out on the very final fight of the game, which is quite tragic, obviously. Fortunately, Mercy's in the game and she reses us, but they haven't used very many of their ultimates yet, so they still just kind of wipe us anyway. Sombra's trying, but to no one's great surprise, it doesn't go very well. Oh, she's emped when the rest of the team is dead, so that's a fantastic use of company resources. So, as you might assume, this game isn't going to go super well from this point on. We're still playing Orisa. Our team didn't help us out, but, like, our team comp was really bad because we basically did 0 damage. We had one actual DPS hero on our team, and we do decent damage as Orisa. I think we actually have the gold damage medal right now, but, like, Reinhardt does no damage. We had, like, 2 heroes that actually do damage on our team, and it's not gonna work out super well, and it didn't work out super well. I don't think we focused the right targets, and I think we were just kind of trying to ignore the people on the high ground for a long period of time, which we're not really allowed to do either. We've got to actually, like, get them off and kill them, or change to somebody who is better at doing that, because we can't just walk ourselves past them and let them sit up there shooting us the entire time. So, now, we're on the console today, by the way. I've only actually just noticed at this very moment, because I've noticed that we have hieroglyphics under all of our abilities. Didn't know this was a console game, so I couldn't forewarn you. Consider yourself forewarned at 6 minutes into the replay. So, they have a Junkrat. Junkrat died. Junkrat's alive again because Mercy's currently in the game. They've said that they're going to do something about Resurrect in the near future. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, but here's the thing, right? Here's what I expect to happen, right? Blizzard is gonna basically remove Resurrect from Mercy, and they're gonna do nothing else to her. So she's just gonna be kinda worthless. That's what I expect to happen anyway. Because that's just how Blizzard is, right? They massively overbuff the hero, and then they go, fuck. And then they just, like, gut the hero into basically being unplayable again. It's what they do in every single game they make. So, this will be of no surprise to me at all when Mercy is about to become worthless in the near future. From the top to the bottom, just like how it happened with Anna. Always. Every time. So, our Sombra has just killed their Winston, which is certainly a blow to his ego. He's taken like 10 points of ego damage right there. Our McCree died, but it's okay, Mercy's in the game right now still, so she's alive again. And now Junkrat, he wasn't allowed to do that. Now he's dead, because he should be. And we get to just sit up here shooting at people. Our McCree is dead again, and I don't like when people just jump straight down, but there's not really anything here that can punish us for it right now anyway. Mercy's upset about that one. So, we stopped shooting at this McCree, because the bubble is put on him. I have no grievances with popping Zarya's bubble, if I'm gonna kill the person underneath the bubble. We should be able to kill this McCree, because he's out of position, and we're playing Orisa. We're pretty good at killing McCree if he's, like, right next to us, because it's easy to land the shots when people are right next to you. So, I would expect to be able to kill this dude if I break the bubble, and we get pretty close anyway. Like, if you're gonna kill the dude underneath the bubble, it is definitely worth breaking the bubble to kill the dude. So I would have just had no respect for Zarya, and broken the bubble and killed the McCree. So, things are going downhill right now, because our Mercy's dead. We lost her right at the start, so that's not good. Then we lost other people, Mercy wasn't there to res anybody, Sombra used her EMP when most of the team was already dead. You know how it be. You know how Overwatch is. So, we get back in time to touch it one last time, but I'm sure this will come as no great shock that we don't hold this checkpoint. They do manage to push it these last couple of meters. We're back. We're here to try again. We're the only one here right now, so it's not, you know, it's not gonna go super well. May's here. May has her ult. She dies. So now they're frosty, but they still win the game anyway. So, you know. Sad day. So, we can see the play of the game in this game. And you like notice, oh yeah, we got 5 minutes left on the replay. Yeah, we got the bonus round. And by bonus round, I do mean bonus round. It's one round on Oasis. It seems kind of weird. It's a little weird, but, you know, whatever, it's there. So, it cuts into it. Hold on, wait for it. We had 3 gold medals. Damn. No one on our team did damage, though, because that's how the team comp was, so it's to be expected. Wait for it. Let's go! So, we've been rezzed right in the middle of the checkpoint. They've already got nearly 50% going right now, and there's a lot to suddenly take in, isn't there? Yeah. So we've yanked that dude into the hole. That's great. A lot of our team are dead right now, though. So we've got 2 supports here with us, and McCree, and miraculously this ends up kind of being enough. We yank these people into the pit, but unfortunately Mercy can get back out again. There's a lot happening. It's a real big clusterfuck, and to no one's surprise, this is kind of how the rest of the game goes. Like, we die eventually because we're playing Orisa, and we've just been watching all of these really aggressive heroes bounce around us for a while, and we haven't had too much we can do about it, really. Other than aim better, which is not helpful advice. So, our team has miraculously managed to get control of the point anyway, and we now have the bongo. So, it's a King of the Hill game, so I wouldn't expect to get too much value out of the bongo, but we do have the bongo. So we're going to sit back here, as you do when you're playing Orisa. Our team are going to go up there and do what they do. And we're just going to wait for the enemy team to come into us. And they're going to start coming into us soon. Here we go. So our Lucio has killed their Reaper, which is, you know, 10 points of ego damage to him now as well. However, Mercy's still in the game, so he is alive again. Oh, here comes the bomb, and we're getting harassed by a Tracer. Reaper just killed, like, our entire team. We're gonna die, and there wasn't really anything we could do about this, because we're playing Orisa. What could we have realistically done? Nothing. Because suddenly they just came in and they used a few ultimates, and, well, that's just what happens. Fortunately, we still have, we almost have Valkyrie. We almost have Valkyrie. We have Sound Barrier and the bongo. That's really tragic, though. We could have tried to pull this dude off, because, like, we see that happen. If Roadhog's hooking someone in that direction, he's gonna try and jump him off the edge. So, if we react quickly enough, we could try to pull him off in return, because the halt, yank is, like, bigger than you expect it to be. And we might have gotten him, so we might have just traded 1 for 1 at least, whereas we didn't make any such effort to do so. I think we could have actually yanked him off if we reacted a little bit faster. So Reaper's over here, and he is now Wraith forming away. How very spooky. And we're going to plonk the bongo down right here. Miraculously, this bongo never gets broken, despite being placed in the middle of the point, and we suddenly start losing ground, and like there's ultimates happening. The bongo goes through its entire duration. Honestly, like, Orisa is not very good against this team. Like, we shouldn't really still be playing Orisa, because Orisa is really bad against basically this entire lineup. Because the only person she's, like, pretty good against is D.Va, because D.Va can't realistically, like, block her damage. She's bad against Tracer. As long as the Tracer plays it correctly, she should kill you 10 times out of 10. Roadhog, if the Roadhog's bad, we'll kill him, but any play that revolves around the enemy being bad is a bad play in and of itself, because you should expect the enemy team to play well. And Reaper obviously absolutely demolishes Orisa unless the Reaper is also bad. So, we're bad against these 3. Like, yeah, we're good against support, so shocking news. We're only really good against D.Va, and, like, D.Va can actually still kill Orisa, because, the missiles plus shooting Orisa in her big juicy head hitbox is a lot of damage. So it kind of depends on who gets the first couple hits in. So I would not recommend continuing to play Orisa against this team comp. The best we could probably change to would be Reaper. Not Reaper. Roadhog. You know, the Reaper with a CC ability. Because then we can try and outplay the other Roadhog. We can kill D.Va because Roadhog wrecks D.Va. We can try and kill Tracer because he's still got hard CC and can still one-shot a Tracer pretty consistently. And you can one-shot a lot of people quite consistently, provided you take a step into the person first before you shoot. Pro tip. Reaper, as long as we're paying attention, we should be able to kill the Reaper, because we can just, like, right-click him as he's coming in, hook him, and then kill him with the left click. So, Orisa, pretty bad against this team. We should probably change to Roadhog. Or maybe, like, Zarya, because Zarya is pretty good at just, like, denying people, and she does, like, a lot of damage. Pretty good at King of the Hill, in general, as well. Orisa kind of struggles on King of the Hill, because, Orisa, much like Reinhardt, doesn't really like when aggression comes at you from multiple angles, and doesn't really like aggressive team comps. Both of these things are extremely likely to happen on King of the Hill maps. So we try and yank D.Va up to break her mech, and we succeed in doing so just about. Their Reaper is currently dead, so we don't actually have to worry about that. Blocked him just in time, and now most of their team is actually dead, so we're gonna win this fight. Hooray! We got a Lucio bouncing around over here, being, you know, Lucio. We try to, like, yank him into the pit, it looks like. Better to just try and yank him to CC him and try and kill him like so, you know. Reaper, now spinning over here, gets knocked directly onto us, but we're using Fortify, so it's not the end of the world. Oh god, that's scary, but we just about get away with it. There's just, like, not really a lot we can do, because Orisa has very limited options against heroes like this, because there's just, like, this really hectic, chaotic scuffle happening around us, and all we can really do is sit behind our bubble, try and shoot people, try and yank people into the pit if possible, try and CC them, but, like, we can't really do much to, like, prevent what's happening, you know? Because it's not within Orisa's wheelhouse to be really good at these things. We pull that dude into the pit, but now we've got to try and fight these really tiny people. And here comes Reaper, who is going to absolutely push our shit in because we're playing Orisa. Now we're alive again, so we get to try again. We're near the corner, so we get to kind of tuck in this time, which is nice. Because then we can actually be covered from roughly every direction. Reinhardt not allowed to do that, didn't go very well for him. Oh, don't quite yank Reaper into the pit, and that is very tragic, and can easily make a difference when the fight is actually this close. Oh, we do get him in the end, though, but oh god, here come the rest of the aggressive heroes. We've built up our bongo. We wait just long enough to be able to put it down behind the barrier as well, which is cool. We should employ egg strats right now, because D.Va is trying to break our bongo. We should be just, like, sitting on top of it like we're the mother hen, you know? Because we don't want the bongo to get broken if at all possible. And we were healthy enough that we could try it, but they C9 the point and we win the game. We win the round, but as you can see, it was literally just a bonus round. Because we ended this game 1-0, we can only assume we won the game anyway. Get fucked, enemy team. So, first round, on Dorado, the thing that stands out is I don't think we, focus the targets that we should be focusing correctly. And, we just kind of try to ignore people up on the high ground and try to just sort of, like, push past them. We're not allowed to do that. We have to actually try to actively contest them because they're just gonna kill us, you know? So, there's that. And then this round on Oasis, honestly, like, there's just not much Orisa can do in these situations. I would just recommend changing to a different hero because, like, when you're in this kind of situation as Orisa, the only options you really got is to just kill people real good. And that's kind of dependent on you in that particular game and the enemy team. Probably better to just change to Roadhog, because he's going to be more consistent against that team comp than Orisa is. So, thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer, and I hope you found the video helpful.